How does video advance my business objectives? What's up, everybody? My name is Mark Pasternack. I am the founder and CEO of MP Pro. Welcome to this channel. Our mission on this channel, my mission in my business, is all about making video easy. Because over the last decade and beyond, we've realized video is intimidating, right? Video can be really hard to implement into your strategic business strategy and understand where the heck is the ROI, where's the value in video. So what this channel is all about is giving you tips, tricks, insights into everything from DIY user-generated video to hiring a freelancer or hiring a production company and how to do that, what to look for, all the way up to building an internal video team for your business. So today, we are answering one of the top questions that I get all the time. And that question is, how does video advance my business objectives, right? So if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a C-suite leader, even if you're a middle management in an enterprise company, you all have KPIs, right? You all have things that you're measuring to help you grow your business. So when you think about video strategy, that is the same way you should approach it, right? You should think, okay, if I'm going to invest in video, or even if I'm going to take the time to put myself on video like this, right? How is that helping you achieve the objectives of your business? So let's dive into that question, because I think it's a really good one, because it doesn't have to be overwhelming, but a lot of times it is. And I think that's true for small businesses all the way up to Fortune 500 companies and enterprises, because video is a big process. Video has a lot of steps to it, right? Even compared to photos, it's like, even take your phone, take a photo, you might put a filter on it, bada bing, bada boom. Video is just comprised of a lot of components. So where do you start? That's the question. Where do you start when you want to implement video and be able to actually tie it to your business objectives? Because in my world, anytime that we've produced videos in the past, or anytime we've talked to clients in the past, and we just were there to create a video, a lot of the times the video just got sent out once. It got used once and it was done. And nobody on the team really had a clear understanding or a clear picture of, how are we tracking this video? How are we measuring the effectiveness? How do we know this video is actually helping us move our business forward? And, for a long time in our career, we've just been the production company, right? So they just hire us to make videos. It wasn't our job to be able to distribute it. And that's what inspired me to really make this new business I have, is because I want to tie every single piece of video content to our clients' business objectives, right? Okay, so how do you do that? There's a couple steps, but step one is get really clear on what those objectives are, right? So if it's a revenue objective, maybe it's a brand awareness objective, right? Maybe it's a lead generation objective. Whatever it is, get really clear on those numbers. Because as a business owner, right, or of a leader of a company, once you have that clear objective, what do? You go out and you hire people, whether it's vendors or employees, to help you achieve that objective, right? And so that's the same way that we really look at video strategy and video content, right? Each piece of content, think about it like an employee, or think about it like a vendor or a contractor, right? They all have roles, responsibilities, and KPIs at the end of the day. And if they're not hitting those, if they're not achieving the objectives that they were set out to achieve, then it's just not worth it, right? And what happens? You let them go. So how we approach that is really looking at your business objectives, tying KPIs to our video content, and tracking and measuring their performance. And if they're performing, awesome. If they're not performing, great. How do we go back to that video? How do we rework it, right? How do we reshift the message? And how do we test and measure? Because that's the way that you learn, that's the way that you grow a business, right? So step number 2, when we work with a company, the first thing we do is we look at either your customer journey or your employee journey. And here's why, right? Because I think a lot of people start with social media videos. They're like, oh, we need to be present online. We need to be on YouTube. We need to be on Instagram, TikTok, the whole nine. And I'm not saying you shouldn't be. But what I am saying is if you don't have your own house in order, you could be pushing all you want on these platforms and generating all these leads. But once they come into your ecosystem, if that is not optimized, then you're not receiving the full ROI that you could be from your ad spend, from your content creation, from all of your social media. So the first thing we really look at is your customer journey or your employee journey. So I just encourage you to do that yourself, okay? Really sit down and look at your business. Look at what that customer journey looks like from the first time a potential lead enters into your ecosystem to all the way until they become a client and beyond, right? Because when you can look at that whole process, now you can begin to see what's really working, what's doing really well in the customer journey, and where are the gaps, right? Where are the places that a lot of these prospects are just falling off, or they just don't move to that next stage? And so that's where we start, because you have to optimize your customer journey. You have to optimize, think about it, it's like your house. You have to have your house in order to really perform and to really get to that next level. And so that's really what we focus on, is analyzing intensely your customer journey or your employee journey and understanding, is that optimized to really attract, convert, and retain those ideal clients that you have or that you want? And if not, cool, let's reshift content. So for you, if you're making DIY content, for example, right? And you have a landing page. Let's start there because that's simple. You have a landing page with a welcome video or a sales video. One thing to look for is view time, right? Like on average, when are people dropping off the video? Is it 5 seconds in? Is it 20 seconds in? Is it 2 minutes in? Because simply by looking at that one metric, you can decide, oh man, okay, maybe my intro hook doesn't work that well. Maybe what I'm saying isn't resonating actually with my ideal audience, right? And so if it's not performing that well, I would go back to the drawing board, really get clear on who your audience truly is, right? Who's your ideal audience? Who's your ideal audience? Take a moment, think about it. Because for us, when we work with businesses, beyond the objectives that they want to achieve with their content, we need to know who their ideal audience is, or else we're just kind of spraying and praying content, which is not what we want to do. because then you are wasting a lot of the investment that you're putting in, the time, the resources, maybe the money, whatever it is. So instead, get really clear on who that ideal audience is and create a video specific to them, right? And so one thing we really look at when we're creating a video specific to your ideal audience, we're really thinking about what do they care about, right? Because think about it like this. Say you're selling soccer equipment, right? Whether it's shoes, soccer ball, jerseys, etc., etc. If you go to a sports conference, all sports conference, right? And you go trying to sell your soccer gear to everyone, you might hit 10%, maybe 15% if you're lucky, right? But you're not actually going directly to your ideal audience versus if you found a soccer conference, right? Where maybe it's managers, team members, staff members are all here to learn how to optimize their soccer league, their soccer business. Clearly, I don't play soccer, but that's the point. And if you show up at a conference that's specific to soccer, everyone there is an ideal client customer for you. So when you're thinking about your business, think about that. Think about who's the ideal client and what do they really care about? I mean, really care about. Like, look around at the set, right? Yes, I do video, but look, there's like an audio device, there's headphones. I love ultra running and buffs. It's just my thing. I love ukuleles. I clearly love wine. And so when you're thinking about your ideal audience, think about things beyond just the obvious. Try to think about their daily life, right? Try to think about like when they go through their day or they go through their week, what are the things that they're really enjoying, right? Because now you can craft a message, you can create video content that is so specific to who they are as a person that they're going to resonate so much with your message that by the time they enter your customer journey, their probability of closing is going to be way higher. Then again, if you went to that sports conference of all the sports and you're trying to sell soccer gear, right? You're going to get this much. So, your audience might be this that you're getting, your leads might be this that you're getting, but the qualified ones, the ideal audience is only here. So that's the importance of really figuring out who your ideal audience is and then crafting messages to speak directly to who they are as a human, okay? Because we're selling to humans. Yes, we sell business to business, but every business is made up of humans. So let's listen to your ideal audience, craft the message, put it out there, test it, measure it. If it's not working, so again, you just have to put yourself out there. Whether it's you, your team members, just put yourself out there on video. It could be by using your phone. It could be by using a DSLR. It could be using a big cinema camera. It really doesn't matter. But just put yourself out there. And then the biggest thing is just track and measure your results. Track and measure. They're telling you a story. They're telling you if you're truly resonating with your ideal audience or if you're not. So let me know, have you tried any of this? Have you thought through any of this? Is this obvious to everyone or is this new information? Let me know in the comments. I literally answer every question that you're going to ask, and on the next video or the next couple videos, I'll address all the questions that you put down in the comments. So hit that subscribe button. We'll be here every week. I'll be here every week. We might have some guests. We will see. Hope to see you next time. Peace.